What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 59. We start today's off by simulating through to the Nottingham Forest game where it's City ground, where as you can see, there it is, our FA Cup 4th round draw pops up there, and it's Stoke City, another Football League side in the 4th round of the FA Cup. So definitely fancying our chances there. Just came through Blackpool in our last game by 4-0. Now taking on the Potters, and as you can see this season in the Championship, they're towards the bottom end of the table. 16th place, only 8 wins in 29. So a golden chance to reach the last 16 of the FA Cup back to back. Yeah, last season we got there and were thrashed by Chelsea 3-0. Not a real surprise as a then Championship side. But taking on a Championship side in the last 32, what a golden chance we have got of making the last 16 for the second time in 2 years. Still, first game of today's episode, travelling away to the City grounds to take on Nottingham Forest. Our last league game was a surprising 4-1 loss at home to the Toffees. Everton's João Pedro tore me apart. And heading this game, Nottingham Forest towards the bottom of the table right now. This was a big one, because at the moment we're clinging on to a top 4 place. But it is so congested right now. There are around 17 games to go, and only 5 points separate 2nd to 7th. It's a really tightly congested league table, with many teams believing they can finish in the top 4. And Newport County, despite being in there for a while, still the rank outsiders, man. You think about the teams we're competing with right now. Liverpool, who are top of the table, and then the big boys as well. We're 4.5 stars still. Like, we are still the outsiders to qualify for a Champions League place. And if we're going to do it, we can't afford slip-ups. So in this game, we needed to bounce back. Nottingham Forest away at the City ground. Still deadlocked at 0-0 in the first half. And in the second half, I just couldn't beat this guy. Bryce Samba, between the sticks for Forest, was making save after save. And we're the highest scoring team in the division right now. But on the other end, we do leak a lot of goals. Santiago Jimenez makes it 1-0 and Forest take the lead right down the bottom of the table. And I was thinking, lose this game. Back-to-back defeats in a game where we really should be winning with ease. And I'll start to think top 4 is just an impossible dream. Bryce Samba was having the game of his life, which often seems to happen to me. Taking on an AI goalkeeper always seems to turn up in the games against me. It was still 1-0, 2 minutes to go, staring down the barrel of a humiliating loss. And I'm loving the pieces right at the end. Look, it's still a slip-up, don't get me wrong, but it's not back-to-back defeats. Gavin Humphreys runs through one-on-one, keeps his composure, and says the other lads can't do it. But I might be the kid, but I'm also still the leader. Leading by example, popping it into the bottom corner. Bryce finally beaten. Nottingham Forest 1, Newport County 1. And again, it should have been a win. It should have been a banker. And if we're to stay in the top 4, we need wins in those games. But I'll take the point, no doubt about it. For Humphreys now, 87 overall, about to turn 19, 18 goals and 11 assists in the Premier League. This kid, like I said, he's about to turn 88 overall. He's about to turn 19. But he still has that chance. Can I do it, man? You have no idea how excited I am about this, man. Seriously, I've never ever done it before. A player out of the academy turning 90 overall before his 20th birthday. I've got the chance with Gavin Humphreys. So, following game, back-to-back games in the Premier League without a win. A big loss at home to Everton and then a draw against struggling Nottingham Forest. Arsenal, one of the teams knocking on the door for a Champions League place coming to take us on. Huge game here against Mikel Arteta's side, because coming into the game, we'd dropped to 5th. Could not afford another game without a win. But it was Arsenal who took the lead. Loved the goal decision system there after a thunderbolt into the back of the net from Gabriel Martinelli. Makes it 1-0. Gunners in front and right for the break. A chance to make it 2, and they would do so. Casemiro now at the Emirates. Bends one in off the post. And we were 2-0 down at the break, and I was thinking, it's impossible. I can't do this, man. We had an amazing run of form, but we're just not good enough yet. 2-0 down to the Gunners, and this would be 3 straight games without a win. But in the second half, I didn't want to give up. I thought, you know what, there's always a chance. We've got the dynamic duo, the top 2 scorers in the league, Gavin Humphreys and Ravi Matondo, leading the way in the race to the Golden Boot. So in the second half early on, we see the dynamic duo link up. Humphreys with the through ball, Matondo with a run, and Ravi with the finish. It's 2-1, the deficit half, now we're back in it. And with 15 minutes to go, in a game with few chances to be fair, with 3 goals getting scored, Ravi goes on the break, rolls it through to Dan James, and at the back stick, Humphreys, oh, he's done it again, second late leveller in 2 games, sprints all the way as part of our 3-man fast break, gets the through ball by Dan James, and with the coolest of finishes, just like at the City ground, pops it into the bottom corner against the on-rushing goalkeeper, and despite being 18, he's got the coolest of finishes on him. Gavin Humphreys gets our second goal, and I'll tell you what, man, that's a great fight back against Arsenal, from 2-0 down to claim a point. But again, unfortunately, it's a result that makes me look over my shoulder and think, I don't think we can do this, man. Top 4. It just feels like the impossible dream, you know. I mean, I'd love to do it. I really would. Champions League football next year, in our first year in the top flight, to get that at the start of the season, I would have laughed at you had you given me that scenario. But we're in it now. We're in it. There's a genuine chance. But as we're now in the second half of the season, the games are going to start coming thick and fast, especially if we progress further in the FA Cup as well. Just don't know if we can do it. No wins in our last 3, 2 points picked up from a possible 9. That's not going to get you in the top 4, and that's why we've fallen out of it. So, following game, this was it. FA Cup, last 32, Championship side, Stoke City at Rodney Parade. And like against Blackpool in the last episode, I thought, okay, here we go. Football League side at home, got to win. Got to get a big win, got to get a big victory here, and show that we're still on course to do what we want to do domestically this season. But it was such a tough game. We haven't been in good form recently. Again, no wins in our last 3 Premier League games. Struggling a little bit, and I was thinking, I just starting to lose my grip now. You know, we're in that incredible run of form, but now I'm starting to lose my grip. We almost went behind late on with 3 minutes to go. Oh, thank God for this. The late goals keep on coming. Norrington Davis running down the left-hand side, smashes it home, and relieves the pressure at Rodney Parade. Yeah, we're into the last 16, and the last thing we needed was a replay. With the fixture congestion coming, with us being in bad form, the last thing we needed was to go away to Stoke City on a cold, wet Tuesday night. Thankfully, we don't need to. We are through, we are into the last 16, and thank goodness for that, because as you can see, heading into our following game here, that draw against the Gunners did put us back in the top 4, but only by a point. We're only 6 points clear of Arsenal right now, and we're only 1 point clear of Man City in 5th. It's massive right now. The congestion of teams right around the top 4. There's many of them going for that Champions League place, but only 4 of them can get them. And 1 of them are going to be our 4th and final opponents today. Yeah, Liverpool right now. I think this title's going to be theirs. I mean, yes, there are several teams that could catch up. Technically, we could catch up, but really, I don't think they're going to get caught. I think Liverpool are going to win this title this year. And taking them on here at Rodney Parade, no wins in our last 3 Premier League games. This was the last team I wanted to face. The best team in England in this save right now. So heading to the game, feeling very pessimistic indeed. Had a golden chance to take the lead. My finishing lately has been a bit poor. 7 minutes in, Ravi, top scorer, fires wide, and it's still 0-0. And then a few minutes later, once again we come on the offensive. Lloyd gets around Randy Robertson, rolls it out wide towards Rashesha, down the right hand side. Devonge cuts inside, plays it across, and this time I'll get it right. Matondo smacks it past Alisson, second time's the charm. We're in front against Liverpool, and I was thinking, okay, we've got a lead, we're ahead against the league leaders right now. Whatever you do, don't throw this away, because psychologically this could be a huge boost. A win against Liverpool, leading the way right now after none in our last 3. This is what I need to get me feeling once again that we can stay in the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League. So I thought, I can't defend, so I've got to keep on attacking. I'm rubbish at defending, so keep on looking for goals. 36 minutes in, Rashesha denied the near post, and once again Devonge storms forward. Matondo finds Lloyd down the right hand side, crosses the middle, and Humphreys' header is also denied by Alisson. It's all Newport County in the first 45 minutes, man. I was going at the Reds. I was going at the league leaders and saying, you might be in pole position. We've been a feel-good story of the year. Lloyd Payne heads the corner onto the bar. We're still down, we're still up by a goal. But I was doing everything I could to get that 2-goal cushion. Because I knew in the second half, the Reds were going to wake up. They're the league leaders for a reason. They're one of the best teams in England for a reason. I knew in the second half to get a chance. And they would. And they'd take it. 17 minutes to go. Gravenberch dinks it into the middle, and Paulo Dybala finds the bottom corner and rescues a point for the Reds. They'll look at it and call it a bad result, but I'll also look at it and say 2 points dropped. No wins in our last 4 Premier League games, whilst a draw against the league leaders on paper sounds like a decent result. No wins in 4, 3 points picked up from 12, and unfortunately, as you'll see by the league table, well, we're outside the top 4 again. A point behind Man City, only 4 points clear of Arsenal and Aston Villa in 6th and 7th. I'll ask ourselves the questions again. The top 4, can we do it? Or is it just an impossible dream? But I was just to see you guys. Massive thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country, featuring the FA Cup last 16 very soon.